Y'all know about McKinley Rock? It was the summer months of 1901, and the rail crews were hard at work. Coal mining and operations was big business back in West Virginia. These rail workers were working to connect Thurman to the coal operations. So often back then, they used dynamite for these blasts. One blast made a mark on a rock that nobody can unsee or forget. It was the face of a man. And some of the workers were so freaked out they refused to keep working. Why? Because it resembled somebody. Well, the day went on and the work kept going on, and a telegraph came in to Thurman Station. That same day, the man that the rock resembled had been shot. The then President William McKinley, had been shot in Buffalo, New York. Now, even more people got worked up about that rock. That rock wasn't a coincidence to some. On September the 6th, the president was greeting people in public. He was shot twice. First, the doctors thought he was going to recover, but sadly, on September the 14th, after an infection set in, the president passed away. His death, revealing a rock that looked like him, was much more than a coincidence to most storytellers. And honey, it spread like wildfire. Everybody was talking about how the blast coincided with the shots. At the time of the blast, that little town Thurman, it was thriving, honey. Banks and hotels were doing good, and the coal was being shipped. Over time, this town became a little ghost town, buildings crumbling down. Now, for the most part, it's part of the National Park Service, part of the New River Gorge National Park and Preserve. Now, the article that I found this on, some comments from a park ranger named Jody Frenchburg. Here you see that the National Park Service says they don't just protect the landscapes, they preserve the stories tied to them. See, these stories that I like to tell, they're part of our history here in the Appalachian Hills. Whether it was a coincidence or not, it's part of the identity of Thurman. See, us Appalachians take these stories to heart. As you see here, the park ranger knows what's going on because she says without the storytellers, such legends fade. History isn't just dates and events, it's the people, the beliefs, and the little stories that make places feel alive. It makes places like Thurman matter. All life stories contribute to the community's history. Even if parts are embellished, they help keep our past alive. See, superstition's a powerful force in the immigrant workers that are our ancestors that came from Italy, Eastern Europe, and Ireland. All this stuff right here, the death warnings and the protective charms, all of that was part of our everyday life in these hills. Rock is best seen in late winter or early spring from the south side. So tell me, have you been to Thurman and saw McKinley Rock? Do you think it was a coincidence? Or do you think that's old McKinley looking over Thurman? Do you think this led to Thurman being a ghost town?